evening. Right. And I want to, this thing thinks he boasts about making £4,000 or whatever it was out of the exchange, about actually embarrassing yourself in public, right? So which is basically what it is. Yeah. To a national newspaper. I mean, I wonder what your children thought of you. Because I would have dropped you like a ton. I would have dropped you like that. There'd be no way, there'd be absolutely no way you'd be allowed near my kids after doing that. There wouldn't be. If you were my father or no. I wouldn't expose them to dirty, filthy, horrible git like you. This is what they probably think of him. Yeah. Do excuse me. Yeah. We are in longer times here, but we're just playing Summit in a second when it does eventually tether. Last night we were discussing the disgusting actions of Mr. Mulhern. And how he generally speaks to people. Ashley ain't that much different. I'll be perfectly honest with you. He uses less words. I mean, I don't think he's got the vocabulary of as far as Wesley's got. You know what I mean? Not saying that their vocab is that extreme or that wide or broad, but So for 4 measly grand, right, because it ain't a lot of money, I don't care what anybody says, you know what I mean? That's potentially 12 hours work for me. Yeah, my hardest, at my best. Yeah, if I repeated my figures twice, yeah, I'd still beat 4 grand, right? Yeah, one and two together, I'd still beat 4 grand. You know what I mean? And all I had to do was sell windows, not embarrass myself, right, in front of an entire nation. You boasting that you got 4 grand for embarrassing himself. I mean, what type of But I'm not going after his children, obviously, but I'm just saying that they must be extremely embarrassed, and I'd never go after his kids anyway, but they must be extremely embarrassed. They probably think that, well, hang on a minute, you know, I don't know if whether you've got granddaughters or what, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm not particularly interested, to be honest with you, because I'm not going to start, behaving like they do. But, by attacking children. But I actually feel quite sorry for his family, actually. £4,000 for make a complete tit at yourself. I mean, Jesus Christ. Some people, it's like one of his best friends who died. He was homeless. Yeah, he fell off a bench, banged his head, poor sod, died. There he was. Yeah, I think it's the Loughborough Times, isn't it? Loughborough Times, that's the one. And there he is, without his mobile phone this time. Yeah. Saying how lovely and how kind and how lovely this man was. And then he describes how he was in McDonald's. Now, this is a very keen phrase, right? And he left him about 9 o'clock at night. Now, if that was one of my really, really, really... You think you'd have been sleeping on a park bench that night? Fuck, really. You know what I mean? What is it with him? He just wants to get into the paper. I'm sorry for the death of his friend, I really am. I mean, Paul, I've been homeless. I know what it's like. That must be horrible. Dying out there alone in the street. When nobody really actually cares, gives a damn about you. That's the truth, actually. Nobody really cares. They don't like seeing it, but, In fact, some people hate homeless people. Don't know why. You get stories, don't you, with people being set on fire in town centres and shit like that. For 4 grand, that man embarrassed himself in front of the entire country. And probably alienated his family at the same time. There are things that are worth more than pound notes. A lot of things. And there's certainly one thing that's worth more than £4,000. It's called honour. Integrity, not making yourself look like a tit. I mean, most people would have curled up in a ball with embarrassment, not go off to the national newspapers. Go, look what I've done. And then concoct some cock and bull story that not even millionaires would spend that much on phone lines, and he told he wasn't aware of the costs and all that lot. And then obviously, you know, like we said, we've got that screenshot, 51k. And it is a conspiracy to defraud. A blatant conspiracy to defraud. Because in that one screenshot, I'll try and find it. What date was it actually? When did he write that? Oh, it was December, wasn't it? December 12. So I did say he knew what he was doing for Christmas that year. Gallery. Well, I've texted that policeman back. And hopefully, he'll be getting back to me. Let's see where that bloody date was, shall we? Let's take a look at that, back at that date. It's funny how, oh yeah, here's something here. I got a friend's request, right? Who the hell goes around calling themselves Nigel Oldfield? Who actually goes and names himself? Look, there it's there. That actually says, oh, gold. That actually does say Nigel Oldfield. We all know about him, don't we? Now, why would you actually, you know, we've already discussed, right? We've already discussed, right? Why would you make a profile of Feely? Because it's been obvious to a lot of people that kids troll him. You know, like they do. So why make a profile up calling yourself Nigel Oldfield? Where was it? Oh, here we are. 15th of December, 2012. 3:30 a.m. in the morning. To a Jodie Gasson. I've put 51 grand into Studio 66, babes, and the only person to send me something. Thank you so much. Very happy man. Oh, actually, do you know what? I missed that. Like the bloke on that site said, 51 grand for a calendar and a few tit pics. I mean, it's a bit sad, isn't it? It is sad. That is sad as. That's Sadak Central, to be honest. Don't you think? Completely Sadak Central. And obviously, you know, I've shown what he is. He attacks people's children, and you've seen it. You've seen it for yourself. You've seen what Mulhern does. You know how he's been behaving for years now. Yeah, that phone call that I played back to you last night is absolutely indicative of their behaviour. But yeah, so you know, at the end of the day, he's embarrassed to take me 12 hours to earn. Yeah. No, that's just stupid. That's back in 2009. So obviously in 2009 compared to 2012, that's worth a bit more, isn't it? In real terms. That was such a good year. Until it went bang. Month in China. Boom. Did that. Then actually being able to spend the entirety of Louisa's birthday for the first time in my life. That very year. We took her to a festival. And she loved it. And I'd never been to one either. I thought, nah, it's alright. But I don't think I'd go out my way to ever go to a festival again, to be honest. It's not my thing. Rave, yeah, festival, nah. No. Here's a nice little tune. I'm going to do a coffee a moment. Then we're going to go for a W, aren't we? Might as well put the stereo in, I suppose. It's late enough. Oh. We'll plug the stereo in actually. I think that's the way to go. Do excuse me for 2 seconds. Hay fever, hay fever, hay fever. Good lad. Yeah, he's a good boy, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to go for walkies in about an hour, mate. Alright? Yeah, nice walkies. It'll be a decent walkies. The walkies that we enjoy, won't it? Eh? The walkies that we enjoy. We'll check the weather a bit leaden and cloudy. We'll check to see what the hilly thing weather's going to be like, shall we? It's alright in the winter time, isn't it? It's wet, wettish. Oh dear. And then we go to the people that are defending that speech of Mulhern's last night. First that come out was Jimmy, wasn't it? Funny. Jimmy and Rolf. Jimmy and Rolf. Don't let Rolf hang around your kids. You know, they were close back in the day, weren't they? Old Jimmy and Rolf. Brings an entire new different meaning to timey kangaroo dance sport. That bloke does. And I suppose so did Rolf, the dirty horrible git. You know, I couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking, do you know what, that was the, I mean, I listened to about the first, you know, like I said, about, well, it was under a minute. I thought, Jesus Christ. And I was told because, believe it or not, Mr. Greenall doesn't have that recording in his possession. Somebody else that had his back did. You know, I started worrying about that bloke being out on the bloody streets with that type of with that psychological makeup. He's far from dangerous, he just thinks he is. You know what I mean? Machete not maketh man. Trust me. You know, if you're thinking, you know, the little soddy, you know, he might even be deluded enough that think it'll make him think it'll have an advantage versus me. It wouldn't. I'm that confident. I won't even go out with a stab vest, like, you know. That's how confident I am. I don't wear shit like that. I just go out and I dress normally and sting them, like, you know. Don't have a hoodie. You know what I mean? Don't have any of that. Don't have a stab vest. Walkie-talkie. I don't have a team. I don't have researchers. I don't have trackers. I don't have anything. I just have me. Good, isn't it? Not bad for one, you know. You know, Waldon was saying that I was laughing at him posting my daughter up. No, I'm laughing at your stupidity. Your base stupidity. Because by posting my daughter up the way you did, and that Richie, yeah, that proves another thing. You do post other people's kids up, and you do it, and you're notorious for doing it. Richie's notorious for posting people up as innocent people up as paedophiles. They're all guilty, probably, of making false reports. I don't know where, you know, I know where a couple of the reports have come from. I hope she isn't fucking screaming all. I'm surprised those kids aren't going to get, you know, haven't got rickets. Or even scurvy. They didn't spend any bloody time outside. No, scurvy is vitamin D. What's that condition? Lack of sunlight. Well, it can create depression, can't it? You get the winter blues, or some people do. I don't. I just look forward to when the clocks go forward. That's all I do during the winter. It's all right up till Christmas. I can handle up till Christmas. It's from Christmas to March. That's the difficult bit. That's the shitty bit. We hunker down, I think 90 days. Oh, God. Her counting doesn't make a blind bit of difference, you know. 3, 2, it's like, what you're doing. First of all, if you ask, they'll probably do it. If you tell them, you know, it's fucking wrong in it. Jesus Christ. But then what do I know about being a parent? Apart from it's the most rewarding job in the world. And then we got Saville trying to get her son to troll Pete on her spare decoy phone. Bringing her child into this thing. What type of person actually does that? That is beyond despicable. But it just goes to show you what type of individuals we're trying to bring to account. That tape last night, that said, oh, do you know what? That says it all. That tape last night, that's exactly what they're like. That's exactly the way they treat people. That's exactly the way they attack people. It's come to my notice, and my full intention is to stop it. Is there anything wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Stopping you from abusing people, and you don't like the fact that I've actually brought it out into the open to show people what disgusting animals you actually are. Oh, let us play. I think yeah, that's the one. I hope this is. Let me try and think of something. I mean, what have I done? Have I, look, I've got to reiterate this again. Have I exposed anybody's kids? No. Have I posted anybody's address? No. Have I gone after anybody's family? No. Have I made bullshit calls to the police? No. Have I wasted police time? No. Have I wasted the RSPCA's time? No. That means that one's Bluetoothed up and this one isn't. Yep. Soon fixed. My Spotify. I'm still missing Spotify. I really am. And Netflix. There we go. There's absolutely bag all I can do about it. Well, these are just adverts. Bloody hell. just drown out. You've got to know what blow is or whatever the fuck it's called. God, that sky looks grey today. So here we go. Busta Rhymes. No. Oh yes it is. Oh, for God's sake, honestly.
It don't just eat foods online, come. Makes me wonder how I keep going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep going under. Walking my ass everywhere. People on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move on. I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back. Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far. Cause a man with a touch of repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep going under. Standing on the first two I'm crazy, seen the lost us. Down at the beach, show, watching all the creep. So she can tell stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so severe. She had to get a bitch, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My brother's doing bad for my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just daytime Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collector to ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double digit inflation. Can take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. New arcade car standing on my back, can't stop and turn around. Don't my sacroiliac, I'm mid-range, migraine, cancer, membrane. Sometimes I think I'm running, see the sky, I got a plane. Push me, call, close to the edge. Trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school cause the teacher's a jerk. He must think I'm a fool and all the kids know the river. I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job, learn to be a street sweeper. And then to the beat, jump for my feet, wear a shirt and tie and run with the creeps cause it's all about money, ain't a damn thing funny. You got to have a confidence man, milk and honey, to push that girl in front of to the doctor so the arm on the game. Stab that man right in his heart. Gave him a transfer for a brand new start. I can't walk through the park cause it's crazy at the park. Keep my hand on my gun cause they got me on the run. I feel like an outlaw, broke my last jaw. Hear him say, you want some more? Living on the seesaw. Push me, call, close to the edge. Trying not to lose my head. Say what? It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep moving. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep going under. A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of man, and eyes on you when he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. Second rate, and your eyes will sing a song of deep hate. The places you pay and where you stay. Alleyway, you'll admire all the lovable takers, the rich and bitches and the big money makers. John big cars, spending 20s and 10s, and you wanna grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, trailers, burglars, gamblers, pickpocket peddlers, even panhandlers. You say, I'm little from you, but then you wind up dropping out of high school. All night boy, walking around like your British boy, so turn stick up, kid. Got set up for an 8-year bid. Now you're man. Is that a undercover fag being used to the people to serve by couch? And one day you was found hugged in the cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold and your body swung back and forth. But now your eyes sing the sunset song. How you live so fast and die so young. So don't push me close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Yo, you see that girl there? Yo, that sound like cowboy, man. Yo, what's up, buddy? Yo, oh, it's good in my man. What's up with that, y'all? So we can go there and see you, man. It's not you, bro. Yeah, man. Come on,
I'll play you one more and then we'll get chatting. You know what? There's nobody that I know that's watching, which is, well, I say that. Oh. Bloody signal again. See, this is what I'm dealing with because of you cretins. Good morning. yeah. Something also I noticed that he said 60-40 split. So to sell the worldwide rights to his little perversion and his, well, crime really, was £4,000. Actually, I did that second one, the 1900, just under 4, so 10 hours work to get £4,000. Oh well. I don't think shame is worth any price.